丢人丢到全世界。
第一名场面。第二名场面。
Here, I learned that China stretches far beyond the stereotypes that many people in the rest of the world nurse. When I first came to China, I was clueless about it. Naturally, everything seems new and unfamiliar to me, but the country was far more developed than I had expected. I was shocked that instead of money, people used phones and could get virtually everything that they wanted by just making a few clicks on their mobile devices. Indeed, the technological development that I witnessed was something that I could only have imagined in the books of fiction. I took my first trip on a high-speed train. I tried delicious Chinese cuisine that is different in every province, and I met many people who had their own customs and traditions, but who lived in harmony with one.
第三名场面。
Все делаете для того, чтобы это взаимодействие было подорвано. Именно поэтому, посмотри на меня. Глаза-то не отводи, что ты глаза отводишь? Именно поэтому ты сегодня ничего не сказал о политическом процессе. А вы что для этого сделали, для прекращения огня? В Лондоне и Париже группировки принимаете? Испугались, что дело пошло к миру и политическому регулированию. Обслуживаете интересы вооруженных группировок, многие из которых вырезают христиан и другие меньшинства на Ближнем Востоке. Теракты совершают в православных соборах в вербное воскресенье. Вы о них заботитесь? То есть получается, что смена режима для вас важнее, чем позиции большинства членов ООН. Ты сегодня говорил, господин Райкрофт, не по повестке дня заседания, оскорблял Сирию, Иран, Турцию, другие государства. Господин председатель, просьба следить за порядком развития заседания. Если некоторые безответственно, оскорбительно, сбиваясь на сленг, относятся...
第四名场面。
dass das chinesische Volk ein uraltes Kulturvolk ist, dass die ältesten chinesischen Schriftzeichen beinahe 1000 Jahre älter sind als die 5 Bücher Mose im Alten Testament. Die chinesische Kultur ist heute mindestens 4000 Jahre alt. Die Schriftzeichen stammen aus dem Jahre 3000 vor Jesus Christus.
Ist Alter ein Wert an sich? Kann eine Kultur nicht auch überaltert sein?
Das Faszinierende ist, dass dieses uralte Kulturvolk plötzlich zu einer Vitalität erwacht, mit der heute vor 30 Jahren niemand in Amerika und niemand in Europa.
第五名场面。
They combine the nominal GDP with the PPP, right? But look at China here. Here's China in the green, right? It's like, yo, man, here we are. Here's China going this way, and by all accounts, the U.S. is going this way, and China is going this way. And this is big. This is big because look at China here. This is dude, when I was your age, sitting in classes, taking my first sociology class, here was China. And there was the United States. China was barely getting off the ground. And just look, man, look at that. Look at, in a short period of time, and nothing, in 20 years, here. And if you're not thinking about China, if you're thinking about the U.S., if you're thinking about your future, and you're not thinking about China, and you're not paying attention to what's going on with the dragon, you're missing out. You are missing something really, really...
第六名场面。
In the last 10 years, the U.S. has been building 500-mile stretch of high-speed rail between San Francisco and Los Angeles. It was supposed to be finished by 2017. And many people think the answer is never going to be finished. So in those 10 years, how much high-speed rail did China lay down that's working today? So guess. 16,000. And before the 500 miles is finished in U.S., how much more will be in China? Another 16,000 at least.
第七名陈灭，
United States
Why?
because of the president and all of the Black Lives Matter, etc. It's too much problem there.
Hello? Yeah.
I like it. Do you have any country you don't like?
Actually, no. No, every country have its own specificities, and I've never been in a country that said to me, okay, no, it's not a good country for now.
That's very good, man. Nice to meet you, bro.
Thank you.
Italy, very good.
Italy?
Yes.
Pourquoi?
Very pizza.
Pizza. Pizza and pasta.
Oh yes. Pizza. Yes.
Do you have a country you don't like? A country you hate?
Allemagne.
Armenia?
Yes, I don't like.
Yeah.
What people call... It's very cold. I think.
Quel pays aimez-vous le plus?
Germany.
Pourquoi?
Parce que c'est un pays magnifique. Ich liebe dich, ist Germany.
Paris. Yeah. Paris, mon chéri.
Do you have a country you don't like?
No, I don't. No, really not.
You like everyone?
Yeah.
第八名陈灭，
About America, land of the free, home of the brave. We got some dumbass motherfuckers floating around this country. Dumbass motherfuckers, you know? Yeah. Now, obviously, that doesn't include this audience. I understand that. You seem intelligent and perceptive, but the rest of them, holy jumping fucking shitballs. Dumber than a second coat of paint. And this ain't just ranting and raving. This ain't just blowing off steam. I got a little evidence to support my claim. It just seems to me that only a really low IQ population could have taken this beautiful continent, this magnificent American landscape that we inherited. Well, actually, we stole it from the Mexicans and the Indians, but hey, it was nice when we stole it. It looked pretty good. It was pristine. Paradise. Have you seen it lately? Have you taken a good look at it lately? It's fucking embarrassing.
第九名陈灭，
Ritual was also a lunch, and it was usually a fairly earnest affair. The incoming journalist would be informed of the relevant rules of regulations which attended his accreditation. And then, in my case at least, and that of several other colleagues that I knew, he would be given a warning, and that was, always remember that whatever you write about China, it will not have the smallest effect on how our country develops. In my case, the veracity of this statement was borne out by subsequent reality.
第十名陈灭，
Lately about China, they're lending money to countries to build port harbors.
And what's wrong with that?
And well, because
Countries that need ports get ports.
but they're making people dependent on. I mean, I know it's the same thing that we've done, which is
No, it's not.
horrible around the world.
They are far more humanistic than the United States ever was. Of course, they are peddling for influence.
Yeah.
But they are non-interventionist. Absolutely non-interventionist in a way that Europeans, the West, has never managed to fathom. They don't seem to have any military ambitions. Instead of going into Africa with troops, colonially, destroying the country, killing people like the West has done for the last 100 years, what they did was they went to Addis Ababa and they said to the government, we would like, we can see you have problems with your infrastructure, we would like to build some new airports, upgrade your railway system, create a telephone system, and rebuild your roads. And we'll do this all for free. No strings attached. We don't want anything. And they did. Why did they do it? This is soft power.
第11名陈灭。
It's at 25,000. Corporate profits are the highest they've been in decades. The rich keep getting richer. And our friends on the other side said, what do we do now? Let's do a tax cut where 83% of it goes to the top 1% of the wealthiest people. Fast forward a few months. Global pandemic. 36 million people unemployed. 40% of families who have a worker that makes $40,000 a year and less lose their job last month. 4 million people didn't pay their rent, and the Republican Party says, we don't have any money to help you. Are you kidding me? Where do you guys live? Food lines around the blocks at our food banks in the United States of America. 1 in 5 kids are going hungry. Your party can't even get food to them. This isn't a wish list. If it's a wish list, it's for the working class people. How about the Teamsters that are going to get a pension when this bill passes?
第12名层面
Of course. Determines what is an excessive maritime claim. Well, who determines excessive?
So it is consistent with the law of the sea. It's the international understanding of what innocent passage is.
The United States is not a party to the UNCLOS. Isn't that correct?
So we have conducted freedom of navigations. Yeah. So
do China, Taiwan, and the Philippines say that their own claims are excessive? Seems to me that you have just decided that that they're excessive because under the terms of a treaty to which you're not a party.
So they have asserted requirements for vessels transiting, and it is inconsistent with international law of the sea. The U.S. operation, our freedom of navigation challenges that as these signatories.
But you didn't. But you ignored them. Basically, this ship just barged in. Without
consistent with international
maritime law. But I mean, you didn't notify anybody.
No, we
just went in. But that's my question is, who decides whether a claim is excessive?
So it is the international law of the sea. It's my understanding that determines this.
You're not a party to the international law.
But this is a common understanding among these claimants.
Well, do they say that their own claims are excessive?
So there's 3 nations that have.
Any of them accept you're saying that their claim is excessive?
So we were operating in accordance with international maritime law.
Do any of them agree with you?
第13名层面
A very busy few weeks in American foreign policy.
Nikki Haley, the blood is on your hands. You continue to sign off on the genocide of a native people. You are an accomplice to terrorists and colonizers.
Woo! Nikki, can you see? Nikki, can't you see? You are free.
Come on, guys.
Nikki, can't you see? You are free. Haley, you can't hide. You signed off on genocide. Nikki Haley, you can't hide. You signed off on genocide. Nikki Haley, you will see.